Welcome to IP Solutions Tech Talk, where we discuss different technical topics, especially in the telco and IP networking areas. My name is Gabriel Paus, and I work as a consultant and a trainer here at IP Solutions. And today's topic is Openstack. A few years ago, that was a word that I haven't even heard of, but with the customers we have and all that, that is something that we work with a lot today at IP Solutions. And with me today to discuss Openstack even further, I have Thijs de Quist, who is working with IMS development and SIP development, but also has been working with Openstack. How do you get to work with Openstack?
Well, I mean, like most cases at IP Solutions, it started with the course development. I helped out a colleague with some initial documentation or slides on OpenStack in general, like overviews. But then I had the privilege last year to start building a real OpenStack course. So that's how it started. And now we've got our own OpenStack lab and things like that.
Yeah. And for people who might not know, what is Openstack?
Well, I mean, from the highest level, Openstack is an open source project like Linux even, or some of the Apache projects. So it's an open source project with lots of different components, but in this case then focused on cloud environments, building a cloud infrastructure. Okay.
There are a number of different cloud solutions out there. I don't know about the Apache project Cloud Stack, and then we have. But what makes Openstack Openstack?
Well, there's probably a few different perspectives, but for me, I'd say that it's the open APIs, the APIs, OpenStack APIs that makes it possible to build your own interfaces towards OpenStack, and they give you the real sort of core of what OpenStack is, because I mean, like you said, there's a lot of different cloud environments, but the open RESTful HTTP APIs, I'd say, is what makes it itself.
Okay, and those APIs also makes it pretty modular, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it adds a level of flexibility or customizability that really makes it tweakable, and you can add on or combine their services in more or less any way you want. Okay,
so it's for like someone that would like to be able to provision like virtual machines in a simple fashion to make like cloud services or handle their internal infrastructure or.
Yeah, I mean, it is a fully fledged cloud environment. So you have all the components needed for measuring and charging and starting virtual machines, or containers for that matter in the later versions, adding that. And with the APIs then defining your own user interfaces for customers or for your own administration. Okay. And different kinds of virtualization mechanisms as well, with KVM or Xen Server or whatever's your fancy. Mm-hmm.
There's quite a buzz about OpenStack today. Well, how many are working with OpenStack?
I mean, the project has sort of accelerated enormously. These days we've got thousands of developers working on this and probably tens of thousands of users. If you go up and search for cloud environments today, like hosted cloud environments, there are a lot of different ones to choose from. So it has thoroughly exploded in usage.
Yeah. Not to mention all the end users, because then we're probably talking about millions,
yeah.
Right?
Definitely. There's a lot, and the OpenStack project has really succeeded in getting out there and being accepted by the industry and manufacturers.
Yeah. OpenStack is often mentioned together with telco cloud. Why is that?
Well, I mean, the telco cloud area, I mean, their favorite words these days is SDN and NFV, so software-defined networking and network function virtualization. And those standards for NFV that are defined by ETSI, I mean, they define an infrastructure that you need to add on the actual applications on top, and that infrastructure definition fits perfectly into the OpenStack concept, or the other way around. OpenStack is a perfect component to add in to build the underlying infrastructure for NFV.
Okay. Also, I think that the fact that OpenStack is open source, that's kind of what I've seen when I'm talking about with telco operators and telco manufacturers. That's open source, so that contribute to the telco cloud.
I mean, definitely. I mean, because it's open source, it becomes, I would say, more flexible, and also just the way OpenStack is built with the open APIs makes it very easy to customize to whatever you want it to do. And then the OpenStack or open sourceness of it just further enhances that. So definitely a big big selling point.
And not to mention all the costs with licenses and things like that for the commercial solutions.
Absolutely, of course.
What should a company that would like to set up their own OpenStack solution think about? What are the caveats?
Well, it's a difficult question, of course. I mean, it depends really on who you are as a company or your available resources, because there's no doubt, I mean, OpenStack is a large project and it uses and combines and integrates a lot of different features. So it does require some pretty heavy skills in just about anything in the computer world, from basic networking and routing and so on, into virtualization and SDN and all those things. So it does require a lot. So, I mean, if you're a large organization, then you would really have to dedicate quite a lot of personnel into learning all the different APIs and components inside this architecture. The nice thing is that there's a lot of different ways to start trying OpenStack, just to learn. So I think the first thing to do is to start testing yourself and either buying one of those turnkey solutions like TriStack, or testing them. The TriStack is free even. Or even downloading the software yourself and building it on already virtualized machines. So you can start testing really easily. But you need to be careful in your investigation, and so you really realize what's required. Because running everything yourself will require a lot of knowledge and resources. But of course, there are more purchasable products as well, where you just host a ready-made cloud somewhere.
What do you think the future for OpenStack is?
I think it's going to go great. I mean, the OpenStack Foundation and the steering groups and so on, I mean, they're doing a really good job at adding features and making this a successful project. And we can see that from all the implementations and the usage. They do have a large challenge, because the development process and the sort of need or want from the developers to add new functions all the time, it is a challenge not to add too much, because such a big project could sort of be swamped by too many features as well. But I think they've succeeded really well, and providing they keep going, I think it's going to be an enormous success, and it will become one of the main platforms for cloud environments, definitely.
Thank you, Taisto, and thank you all for watching. We're going to discuss other topics on this channel soon. So stay tuned. See you.